Hello folks, welcome back to the Urban Rider Studio. In front of me we have an upgrade to the BYCITY Roadster 2. No prizes for guessing what the name of this one is. This is the third version and it retains all of the same visual appeal of the original. It has a lot of the same features. It is still great value for money, but it has a few key upgrades which we'll mention. In actual fact, over its lifespan, the BYCITY Roadster 2 was upgraded to meet ECE 2206 safety standards. That's not one of the changes for the new helmet. They still obviously meet ECE 2206, but you can see between the two of them, they look pretty much exactly the same in terms of size. So that's always a good thing. Often what you'll find with any new helmet is they just creep ever so slightly bigger than the previous. I would say the shells on this occasion are identical. It comes in two shell sizes. They make it with a fiberglass shell, so it's nice and lightweight. And although on the back, they do say it's up by about 50 grams for the original, in the hands, you really won't feel a difference between them. They also make a carbon fiber version, which is ever so slightly lighter. It's more in line in actual fact with the previous version, but again, you can't tell a huge difference. And if you blind tested me on that, I really would struggle to pick these apart as to which one is lighter. And since we have the previous version sat here on the table, you can see some of the visual changes between them. They are very subtle. It does look very similar. Obviously, one of the big ones is the introduction of vents on your forehead. The visor for me has been improved. The quality of the visor overall. There is now also an insert to help stop it from fogging up. And the locking mechanism is just simplified. They overcomplicated it on the previous version. I could see what they were going for, but you really don't need to reinvent the wheel where that's concerned, so I definitely prefer the new one. We have a couple of their new designs on the table, but they do quite an extensive range actually. With this type of helmet, I would want a bit of visual character and I would want some bold color choices as well, although most people will play it safe and go with something a bit more neutral. But when I saw through their range, I think it was about 15 different styles. And some of them are very eye-catching colorways, but I love the combinations they've gone for with the metal hardware, the leather surround, and the outer shell. And to be fair, I think they are punching above their weight as far as the quality of finish is concerned. So there are a few competitors in this market. And let's be blunt, I mean, this is similar to the Bell Bullet, which obviously originated this style. There's a few different brands that do something similar. Origine, however you pronounce it, also do something similar, also great value for money. For me, I would say the quality of finish is better on the BYCITY options, if you were comparing. And the area where it's most noticeable is with the liner and the fit, the overall comfort internally on them, which in all honesty rivals any other brand I've tried. It's a really comfortable fit, which is something we'll normally leave to the end, but we have tried these on with a number of our team, and with BYCITY's helmets in general, doesn't really matter which one you go for, they're pretty consistent depending on the different styles that you go for. They are a very universal fit and instantly comfortable. They use a really soft liner. They use a double D-ring around your neck. The padding around your neckline is also really comfortable, and it's just really nice to interact with, to be fair. You can also take out the cheek pieces if you need to clean those, and it's got space around your ears to fit an intercom system as well. As you can see, it has vents on the chin bar. You can close those if you want to. That was the same on the previous version. There are now vents on your forehead though, and you can see perforations around the back there. There isn't anything specifically to vent or exit that air out the reverse, but you can see channels in the multi-density EPS liner on the inside. So at least a bit of extra airflow to be found across the top of your head. At the back, they have this leather section where you can secure a goggle strap. I don't know how many people are going to pair this with goggles, but you can if you want to. It's got a big opening on the front, so there definitely is enough room, but there's no blanking plate. It's just that I guess I've seen people do that in the past. If nothing else, it adds a bit of visual interest on the reverse. It is very easy to change visors. You can basically just loosen this off with your fingers. I would probably have preferred if they'd had something in there to use either a flathead or a coin, like a lot of the other types of this helmet actually employ, where you can obviously tighten that in and you know it is secure. Having said that, it doesn't feel like it's going to fly off there. It does feel like you can get tight enough just with your fingers alone. But still great that you can take off the visor. You can get a tinted visor for this, and I think they will look a lot better with a tinted visor. And I really appreciate how much simpler they have made the visor now. With this is literally just pull it over this little piece that obviously juts out on that side. On the previous version, what they used was magnets, which was a great idea, but in practice, in actuality, it was a little bit frustrating. You'd kind of fasten that down, and the magnets weren't particularly strong, so you'd find that the visor would kind of loosen itself off. It wouldn't fly open, but it is enough to make it a noisier helmet, obviously, because you're going to get airflow and it's going to catch the breeze a bit more, whereas this one is a lot easier to use and just make it as simple as it possibly could be. The other thing you'll notice down here are these little pins. This is not for pin lock, this is for their own version, which they include in the box, and it's not common on this style of helmet. The other ones that look similar to this with that big visor on the front will say something like they have an anti-fog treatment on their visor and kind of just assume that's enough. And whilst they might have an anti-fog treatment to them, it's not perfect. We all know from riding that you have to crack the visor occasionally, and it's always better to go for something like pin lock, which of course we have on this occasion. As you can see then, the BYCITY Roadster 3 is a very strong contender in the retro helmet bracket. For me, it comes down to two key points. Firstly, I'm always drawn in by my eyes. How does the helmet look? And I think these are an attractive style, but I buy with my head. And what I mean by that is, how does it fit? This is a very comfortable helmet straight away, and I think they are going to do well based off of that, as well as the affordability, obviously. So let us know what you think of these in the comment section down below. If you want to see them for yourself, look for links in the description, and I'll see you soon.